sold over $5 million on Amazon using the exact strategy that I'm about to give you today for completely free. Whether you have zero experience or you've already sold thousands of dollars on Amazon, by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear step-by-step plan to find your next profitable product. And the best part about this method of selling on Amazon, called online arbitrage, is that we don't have to create any products of our own. We can simply sell name brand products that people already buy every single day. All we have to do is find them cheap enough to make a profit. And the way that we're going to start finding these profitable products is just by starting with basically any name brand product that you see a lot of third-party Amazon sellers selling. And ideally, you can also start with an auto-ungated brand. So for a lot of brand new sellers, I know that getting ungated or approved to sell certain brands is a big hurdle. You can start by selling a lot of brands that are automatically ungated to new sellers. Those brands can vary by account. I'll have videos in the past sourcing those specific auto-ungated brands. We're going to find some more today, but one of those is ColourPop that should be auto-ungated for a lot of you guys. And the reason why this is a valuable starting point, just search ColourPop on Amazon, pull up any of the products, and what we're going to see is there are a ton of other Amazon sellers who have already done the work to find these products profitably. And instead of going straight to a website, looking through clearances, sales, trying to find the right coupons, all that kind of stuff, we can use the ideas that a lot of these other third-party sellers have already had, and we're going to be able to find some profitable products based on what they have basically researched for us. What we're going to do is we're going to open up some of these storefronts here, and we're just going to dive in and start seeing what products they sell. Up at the top, you can see like what brands they sell. So a lot of these, it's probably going to be reasonable that if they're selling this brand that's auto ungated, the other brands that these people are selling are probably going to be auto ungated or at least easy to ungate. Again, don't let that part of the process trip you up. We'll talk a little bit about that later, but let's just go ahead and start going down the list and we'll see if we can find some profitable products together here. So we'll check out this item we started from today. Let's open up a couple more of these here. I don't know if I've ever heard of this Indigo brand. I've seen those out on the golf course before, but I don't know if I've ever sourced these before. So the good thing about doing reverse sourcing, where we're just looking at the work that other sellers have already done, is we're just buying good data. It doesn't matter if the product you're a big expert in, that kind of stuff. If the data looks good and we can make some profit, that's all that really matters. What I'm looking for when I Google these items, which I do with that Google button right there, grabs that title for me, throws it into Google. And now I'm looking for basically like coupons, sales, anything that I can use to make this item from an okay item or not profitable into a very profitable item. So to do that, usually I'm looking at this price right here. Sometimes there might be like a line through it, says like temporary sale, that kind of thing. I doubt we're gonna be able to get this like half price basically, because we need to sell these for 15 bucks. Because we're selling these for 15 bucks, we need to buy them for $6 or less to make my ideal profit, which for me is about $3 profit on every sale. So this right here, unless we can find a crazy 50% off coupon or something like that on a free coupon Chrome extension like Capital One Shopping, today I see maybe 20%. So there's probably not too much to be made here. So we'll go ahead and keep checking out some new items. Never really seen this brand before, but we can always just start poking around and seeing what is the cheapest we can get this for. So we need to buy this for $8 to be profitable. We can also open the Amazon listing because sometimes you'll see that there are actually sales on some of these products above that like kind of default price. So for example, on this, I see a lot of sales recently around the like $20 price point. So if we could find this profitably for 20 bucks, I'd be okay with that. We can also check out the average prices. So over the last 30 days, 90 days, the average buy box price where people are actually buying it has been between 20 bucks to $19.50. So again, if we can get those for that price, that would be great. It seems like a lot of these are close to 13 bucks or so, but let's see. So these, I believe this is the same. So yeah, this is $11.70. We can also get a 15% off coupon code. You always want to source items with as many discounts and that kind of stuff as possible. That's just going to make it harder for other people to basically figure out where you're getting your profits from. So we can do that $11.70. And then I also went ahead and baked in a coupon. So you can see I just do times 0.85. It basically does the multiplication to add that 15% off. So we would make $1.50 per unit on this. If the price went up to 20, we're making a little less than 2. Not quite profitable enough for me. This is interesting though. I know that this website offers better than 15% off coupon codes. So it might not be worth buying today, but this is a perfect example of where you can, down here on SellerAmp, you can set up some of these custom Google Sheets and you can export basically whatever product information you want to send. For example, this product here was pretty close to profitable, not quite the 30% ROI and $3 profit that I want to look for, but I don't just want to forget all these items that I looked at that were really close to profitable. This is one of those things that makes you a ton of money in the long run. If you're ever feeling stuck, you're not really quite sure where to source today, you can start looking through a Google Sheet like this, where I can just click almost good kind of thing. And then I'll also go ahead and grab my source link over here. So you can see it auto exported whatever information you want. You could add tons of information. I like to keep it relatively simple on here, and I can just go ahead and pop that in there. So that Vitacost link, in case I ever want to come back and source that product again, now I can. Today it's not quite profitable though, so let's go ahead and keep rolling. So these We need to buy for basically 10 bucks. Seeing these a lot at 16. That's all right. Let's see. We need to buy these for 14 bucks to be profitable. And these could be interesting, right? I don't think they were the fastest seller in the world, but it's still maybe going to be worth checking out. So these sell 27 times a month. Let's open up the full listing on these as well. Because yeah, these are selling for 29 bucks. And for us to make a decent profit on these, we need to buy these for $14 or less. So this will be pretty interesting here, I think. Yeah, so 2021, let's make sure it's the same thing. Yeah, the box looks exactly the same to me. Yeah, I would say these are the same. These are 15 bucks. So really close to profitable. But let me show you a quick trick where a lot of people are going to skim right past these items that would be profitable. And that's by using this box right down here where you can basically sign up and with your email and get a 15% off coupon code. I'm just going to enter my email address here. Let's say your email address is sarah@gmail.com. You can punch it in right there. You get a 15% off coupon code. And then we can do times 0.85 over here. 15 times 0.85. Yeah. So now we're paying $12.75 and we're making $5 a unit on this. 45% ROI. This would be something I'd pick up, I don't know, probably 10 units of. It only sells 30 times a month. So we're not going to get rich off of this, but it is a example item already here. And just so I can show you guys a little bit more here on this item, you see, obviously you don't want to have to make a brand new email account every single time, but with Gmail, you can just add a plus and then whatever you want. So you just like spam the keyboard or whatever you want to do there. And then it will redirect that coupon code to whatever's before the plus. So if you actually have access to the sarah@gmail.com, anything after that, you can just spam it after the plus and it'll redirect to that original email. So you don't have to make a ton of new email accounts or anything like that to buy these items over and over again. And so yeah, there's just like a quick example of a product. We could probably buy 10 of those, probably sell more than 10, but just conservatively, let's call that 50 bucks profit that we made here 7-8 minutes into the recording. And let's go ahead and see what other products we can find. So I think that was actually all the products from this storefront here. Let's see what other products that we can find through these other stores. Whenever you find a profitable item, I like to keep storefront stalking the sellers on that profitable item that you've gone to, just for the sake of example. And I want to see if we can find any more brands that I know are pretty easy to ungate. I'm just going to keep ripping through these that we opened up. I would probably look through the other sellers on that golf ball listing now too, though. So if you're thinking about where did he start, you just picked a random product to start with. You can start with that new golf ball listing. You can start with any profitable product that I've showed here on the channel before. Watch some of the other sourcing videos after this. Don't let the starting point trip you up, because really you just need one product and it can take you down basically an infinite rabbit hole, more profitable products. So let's check this one out. So it's like a Nintendo Switch game. And let's see. So these are what, like 20 bucks right there. I see our max cost there was 15. I also see the prices pulling up at $40 though. So let's see. Sometimes these items where we can really sell it. Yeah. So checking out this product here, I see the Amazon store from the UK. So this actually could be a good thing. Seems like we're competing with Amazon UK, which means it's going to take a long time for them to ship that product to us. And we might actually be able to make some money on this, because you see how the price on this listing keeps jumping up to 40 bucks or so. I'm also curious, since we're about to be in the Christmas season, video games, obviously a very giftable item. Since we're buying these for 20 bucks, we can't sell them for 30, but since that price keeps hopping up to around like 38 or so, let's see. Yeah, so that would be profitable. And then last Christmas, I'm also curious to see if that price went pretty high. So yeah, last Christmas, it actually, a lot of people were like sold out and it was at 40 bucks. See that on the Keepa chart right there. Let's see, maybe a couple Christmases ago. So yeah, Christmas of 2022, the other price was the same story, right? It's 30 bucks all year long. And then the sales rank dipped because it was a popular game. And then the price went up to 60 bucks. So this would be something that I might go ahead and buy, honestly, since the price, we're already seeing sales at 40 bucks where we would be able to be pretty profitable. And since we're going into the holidays, video games are going to be really seriously moving. And so I bet we'd be able to make 8 bucks profit or so on these. Since it's not like a guaranteed profit, like right away, I'd probably buy another no more than 10 to 20 of these. This does sell at least 100 times a month. So yeah, let's call that conservatively. We'll just call it another 80 bucks in profit that we've been able to find. And again, if you're super conservative on this kind of stuff, you could always add it to that Google sheet of, okay, this is almost good. Let me buy it when I know that it's selling for 40 bucks all the time. That would be totally reasonable as well. Let's see, what other products do they have here? So this Avia right here. So it's selling for what, like 17 bucks over here. There's also some different sizes and stuff on this. So we could see if any of the other sizes are profitable. Seems, is this like a Walmart brand? It could be a Walmart brand. So that tells me a lot of times if the brands are only sold at certain retailers, that kind of thing. So Target, Walmart, Great Value, like the big classic private label brands from retail stores, those also tend to be pretty easy to ungate on Amazon. I'm just the nature of things. Let's see if this is worth checking out. So this right here, yes, it sells for 8 bucks. Lots of different colors and sizes and stuff too. So the original one we came from sells for 17. We'd only make a buck. Not really worth checking out there. But since this is a variation listing, we could also check and see if any of the other sizes are profitable. And to do that, I'm going to go to Keepa variations right down here. And then I'm going to filter by the highest current price. And this is going to show me ones that might be worth checking out. So these are at like 19. Do I make money at 19? Not quite enough. So these top two would be worth checking out. So let's see, this top top one sells for 22 bucks. I can also see it's pretty much always sold for 22 bucks. Yeah, so a year ago it sold for 15 to 20. Recently though, it's been selling for 23 down to 22. You can also see that people are actually leaving ratings on this item. That's a kind of a gauge that I can see that people are actually buying this item recently. Something like this, there's not any recent ratings, so no one's actually left a review, which means there's not really any proof that this specific variation is selling like there is with this one. Let's see, like the bright multi, just make sure they actually have those. So bright multi, I think it's actually what we already switched over to. So the 9 to 12 on the bright multi-pack. Yeah, so 22 bucks, buying for 8, 5 bucks profit each. Not the fastest seller in the world, so I'll probably buy another 10 or so of those. So yeah, there's another 40 to 50 bucks in profit. And I hear a lot of times like people are worried about buying stuff that doesn't sell like insanely fast, but you can see if you're worried about buying stuff that only sells hundreds of times a month, you would have just skipped over the 150, 100 bucks or so in profit we've already found as we've just been rolling here, right? So don't be too cool for school to just buy something that doesn't sell like insanely fast. I kind of looking at it as you're going to hit a bunch of base hits every now and then, you'll hit a home run on an item, but the more base hits you can hit, the more money you're going to make basically. So let's just keep rolling down and see how many more products we can find. So these are a max cost of $2. I highly doubt they're selling leggings for $1 each, so I'm not even going to bother with that one. Let's see, there's some kind of bag here. See, so we need to buy these for $8.93. One thing I will note is on the storefront view here, one of those things that helped me skim past items that aren't just going to be any good for me to sell is if you see that price consistently decreasing lately down there on the storefront graph, that usually means that it might have been profitable up at this higher price and then too many people got on it, or in this case the sales rank started decreasing. It started going up where it was selling slower and slower. The closer it is to 1, the faster it's selling. So those kind of factors together tell me that it's probably a little bit too expensive if we source it right now. It's just one of those things I've noticed from doing a lot of sourcing. So yeah, these are like 13 bucks. We'd have to have a crazy coupon to get those down to 9. So yeah, I'm not going to dig too much deeper on that. That says our max cost would be a negative number. So we're obviously not going to get paid $3 to buy this item anywhere. We can probably go ahead and move on there. Let's see, this is interesting. It's like an advent calendar. This would be the perfect type of product for you to buy, and then FBM meaning where you do shipping directly to the customer whenever you buy and sell the item. That way, since it's like an advent calendar, you're not worried about being too close to FBA check-in times. You can immediately just ship it out to Amazon. And let's see, so this could actually be interesting. I see these for 20 bucks, maybe even 15. Yeah, so we'll open up a couple sources there, and then we'll also open the Amazon listing to see what's going on. So these are $38.50. There's 62 Amazon sellers on it, so I would say it's definitely third-party seller friendly. See, yeah, so it's been selling for 38 bucks, 37 bucks. So yeah, pretty good history there. I'm also seeing that new seller count start to decrease. That shows me that it's probably selling really well, and yeah, it definitely is. Over 2,000 sales a month. So let's see, Walmart had them for actually for 19 bucks right there. Go ahead and plug in 19 bucks. Yeah, so that's gonna leave us almost 5 bucks in profit. ROI isn't quite as good as I normally like to look for. I can show you a hack here in a second that'll probably solve that though. Here's like a $10 off 100 coupon. If you want to keep running those, like that catch-all trick I showed you there earlier, you could probably make some money off this, because yeah, it would effectively make this about 18 bucks a unit, taking $10 off 100. You can treat that like 20%. So it'd be interesting. I don't usually like to do that. It's just annoying to place a ton of $100 orders or something like that on that. This is interesting. Okay, yeah. Another good thing to point out here, whenever you're buying products from like Walmart, that kind of thing, make sure you're buying directly from Walmart. This is like a direct from a third-party seller. They have 2-star rating and only like a couple reviews. So they're probably selling like counterfeit items or something like that, I would assume is what that listing is. I think it's also like a different product anyway. Yeah, it's maybe last year's or something like that, but still avoid those third-party sellers on Walmart. It can be really hard to prove that your products are actually authentic if you do buy those. And let me show you something that we can probably use to make this product from a 25% ROI into a much better one. And that's by using discounted gift cards. So we can go to cardbear.com. It's just a website that shows you a bunch of websites that sell discounted gift cards. And I can go just like search Walmart here. And let's see. So Card Depot is one of these gift card resellers here. GCX, I also buy a lot from them. Let's see. Yeah. So here's a quick example. Looks like they have one $500 gift card. You can buy it for 5% off. And then basically you make 25 bucks on that right away. So you could do 19 times 0.95 because you're getting 5% off. And now it meets those ideal ROI standards I like to look for. There's also a lot more on GCX here, it looks like. So let's see who has the highest discounts. Yeah, so here's 3 more $100 gift cards. Not quite as beefy of a discount. So those are like 4%. See, is that still decent at 4%? So 19 times 0.96. It's like just barely under. So yeah, this item, I'd probably pick it up just because how fast it sells. I can see there's already new sellers dropping off. And I bet this is something where the price goes up. Seems like it's probably hard to find type of item right now. But if you're trying to stock up on products for Christmas, that's a pretty good example there. Hopefully you can see the process of actually like how to find profitable products. We actually found quite a few here, all back to back. And so now if you're also wondering, how do I get ungated to sell these products? How do I get approved to sell these brands? Let's quickly talk about that. For example, let's say you don't know if you can sell this brand here. Just go ahead and we'll take this brand name here, the Shilling Nido or whatever it's called there. We go over to Amazon Seller Central. Up in the top left, you go to catalog, add products, and then we'll go ahead and punch that title in right there, press submit. And then this is going to show us over here on the right if we're able to sell it. So I can say new, sell this product. So it looks like, I don't know if I've sold this before or if it's just auto-ungated. I can actually sell this product right now since it says sell this product. If you go here and it says something like for me, like DeWalt is going to be gated, I'll go right here and say apply to sell and then request approval. And then whenever I buy that product profitably, I'm just gonna be able to submit the invoice from wherever I bought it right here. We can see shows combined purchase of at least 10 units as bought from like a legit retailer, that kind of thing. So we'll just submit the invoice being the order confirmation. And then if it get any denials or anything like that, I'll also attach the tracking proof that shows that I actually bought it, showed up at my house, that kind of thing. And it is totally normal if you get a denial or two on the ungating process. I wish it was a lot smoother. It's just how it is. Once you get through it, you'll be glad. It's one of those things that keeps out people that aren't willing to try for a couple minutes at ungating something. It keeps the people that deserve to make some money online selling on Amazon here. So just submit the invoice right here until you are able to get that product approved. And then once you do, or if you're already auto-ungated to sell these products, let's go ahead and talk about how to sell these products and get them shipped off to Amazon as fast as possible. Because now that we know that we can sell this product, let's just go ahead and take the ASIN from this listing. It's basically like how Amazon identifies what we're actually selling on Amazon. And this is where Boxum comes into play. This is a software that you can get a 2-week free trial of down below. And it's how I track all the profit that my business is making, and it's how I ship in items to Amazon, right? So it does both at once. You'll see how I'm able to store my costs and that kind of stuff. Another major benefit of using Box, on top of the fact that it is magnitudes faster than using the Seller Central flow, you can also get 2D barcodes, which are these little barcodes down here on my FBA label. And these have helped my business make sales a couple days faster. It makes the work easier for Amazon to check in those products at Amazon. Seeing the same thing with a lot of other people that use Boxum as well. So one of those things you want to take advantage of if you like having faster cash flow for your Amazon business. And let's just go ahead and quickly walk through this, right? So there's a lot of settings and kind of things you can play around with here. I'm just going to quickly show you how we can actually get these shipped off to Amazon. And so let's go ahead and create this shipment right here. We're going to take that ASIN that we grabbed from our listing. We're going to say, hey, this is a new SKU to our store. I want to list it for about those higher prices of 40 bucks or so. We were buying those for 19. And then let's also say we just bought 10 of them right there. You can also use case packing with Boxum right here. So let's say you have 10 of these. You want to tell, hey, Amazon, I've got 10 of these already in a box together. Don't split them up between a bunch of different warehouses. You can do that right there. Go ahead and punch in my supplier. So I'll just use like a testing supplier. You can also see right down here, I'm going to set the date purchased. That's going to create a custom SKU. So whenever I'm going through and trying to figure out where did I buy it, how much did I pay for it, that kind of thing, it's all embedded right there. Go ahead and add that to our batch right here. You'd repeat that exact same process for however many products you want to ship to Amazon. And we basically in this step, we're just saying, hey, Amazon, this is everything we have. And then we're going to say, hey, Amazon, all the products that we're sending, where do you want us to send them to? Because it's going to assign us different fulfillment centers, basically where they want to receive this. So in my case, it wants us to send these to Los Lunas right there. Let's go ahead and confirm that shipment. Sometimes if you're sending a bunch of things, it might ask you to send to multiple different destinations. And so this part of the process will be identical. We just select all the different shipments that it created right up here. Let's go ahead and bulk assign these to a box all at once, just so it's super easy. We got 10 of these in one box. These are probably decently heavy. Let's just say it's a 20-pound box right there, and we'll keep our dimensions like that. So we'll go ahead and save that. We also need to print out FN SKU labels, which are things that look like this right here. You can print out those FN SKU labels right there. It's going to look like this little barcode. What you're going to do is you're going to take this barcode and you're going to cover over the UPC of the product that you're shipping in. That way, when Amazon make that sale at Amazon, they can scan that label and give you proper credit for making the sale. You can also pay Amazon to do that for you, but whenever you're using Box, it's just going to make it pretty easy. It's just putting stickers on things for a little bit. You got kids at home, that kind of thing. It's a good task to pay some family help to take care of as well. I've definitely done that before. And then you'll also go ahead and print out your box label. That box label is going to look like this little label we had here earlier, has your 2D barcode on it. And this is what Amazon's going to scan when it actually shows up. Go ahead and continue on though. We repeat that same thing. If you have a bunch more boxes, make sure you fill those boxes to at most 50 pounds. If you go over 50 pounds, you're not actually allowed to do that. And you can also see this is where we're basically waiting for Amazon to confirm everything. We can see all the boxes that we've gone ahead and created, which is just one here. Go ahead and accept those shipping charges as well. And you saw it was like 20 pounds. It was like a $9 shipping charge. So usually I've been paying about 60 cents a pound to ship to Amazon recently. This is a relatively cheap one. It was less than 50 cents. Go ahead and print out that UPS label, slap that on the outside of the box that you've gone ahead and created, measured up, and labeled already. And then you just take these to your local UPS or just have UPS pick them up. You can schedule a pickup on their website. It costs like $6 to up to $15 depending on how far you are away from a UPS store. Usually it's closer on that like $6 range. And then you're all good to go, right? You just get to keep sourcing more products, repeat step one, ship it in with Boxum and everything. And then you're all good, right? So just keep repeating step one as much as possible. Ship those products bucks into Amazon using Boxum to save a bunch of time. And every single time you do that, you get faster and faster, and the amount of money you make per hour just keeps going up. So if you're excited to start making money on Amazon, make sure you check out 2-week free trials of SellerAmp and Boxum down below, which are the 2 tools that we're using to actually build the business today. If you did get value out of this and you want to help me hit my childhood dream of having that shiny 100K YouTube subscriber plaque, please feel free to hit that button down below. Also, let me know if you have any questions, comments. Happy to help you guys out in the comment section as well. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and the YouTube algorithm thinks you need to watch this video right here to keep making money on Amazon.